So, we just got out of the 2016 sequel to the 2014 remake of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We have that IMDb up.
Yep, movie stars Megan Fox, Stephen Amell, Will Arnett, Brian T, Tyler Perry, and then we have the regular Turtles.
No, but I mean, overall, the story itself, it's a continuation of the 2014 Turtles remake, and in this one, the Turtles, I actually like this dilemma. They want to be revealed into the spotlight, and you have that, like, I don't know, the story is, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of a jumblefuck. You have Baxter Stockman, played by Tyler Perry, who's helping help Shredder escape, and the threat of Shredder's, after he escapes, tries to contact Krang to bring his army and the Technodrome to Earth. Along with that, you have the introduction of, again, Bebop and Rocksteady, and you also have the introduction of Casey Jones. There's a lot going on in this movie. But overall, I have to say, Turtles 2 was not Secret of the Ooze, but Turtles 2 was actually, I enjoyed it. It was a good summer fun. I mean, if you're looking for, like, a lot of depth story, it's not here. Plenty of fan service. I mean, overall, the most I can say about Turtles 2 is that there are moments in the movie where, like, they didn't really fit right together, and there are characters you forget about, where it's like, oh yeah, Karai's in here, or oh yeah, Krang, that's right. They missed up plots, but easily the best part of the movie is, like, again, I like they have a toxin that they find when creating Bebop and Rocksteady, then Donatello actually reverses it. Yeah, that was the coolest aspect, because when the brothers fought, I like that family aspect, and that's character driven right there. So yeah, I mean, like, it's good that they wrote that in, but overall, I mean, as a entirety of a film, it's a lot of fun, but there's not a lot of depth here. It's just pure popcorn summer fun. I'm gonna give Turtles 2 a 2. 2 out of 4. Anybody else want to elaborate or stretch upon that? Or
yeah, if you're a child and you want to go to this movie, go to it. It will be fun for you. For a child rating, this is a 4 out of 4. For an adult rating, this is a 2. It's at your own risk. It's a fun. If you're a fan, you'll probably love this movie. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's fun. It's nice. Very exciting. Good action. I did like Stephen Amell as Casey Jones. Unfortunately, sometimes he personally needs a deeper voice.
He only wore the mask once.
True.
One scene, and they gave a reason for him to take it off. Well, they can't hear him. I'm like, really?
Yeah, corrections officer Casey Jones. Megan Fox, she did fine. She does what she needs to do. That's all she needs to do.
It made me hate her even more.
She was actually investigating. I liked her better in this one. I enjoyed this movie better than the first one. I did like Will Arnett, how he got to take the credit for everything that happened in the first movie, making him the hero of New York. And I do like the family dynamic of their aspect of them fighting over if they're going to be turtles or they want to be human. And when you see what their decision is in the movie and everything, it's a powerful moment. That's about it. Splinter really doesn't do much at all.
I forgot he was in here. You're right.
Yeah, Splinter doesn't do shit.
A lot better than
Yeah.
He just looks old. That's all. He just
in the first movie, to me, he was
a naked mole rat.
Yeah.
a naked mole rat.
Well,
Rufus.
they did better. I'm glad they went back to sticking with the people who do the motion capture for the voices instead of trying to get Leonardo to be voiced by what's the name? Johnny Knoxville,
yeah.
Like he was in the first one, which he wasn't in this one, thank God. So, give it a 2.
Skullduggery. I guess I enjoyed this movie mostly. Granted, like Jared said, it did have a lot of fan service. They brought back the garbage truck pizza throwing, brothers bickering. They brought in Rocksteady and Bebop, Crane. Vanilla Ice was also, his music was in there, and Go Ninja played. I don't know what scene it was in though, but it was in the bar scene. No, they played Ice Ice a Baby in the bar scene.
Yeah, it was in the credits.
Yeah, in the credits they said Go Ninja Go was in it, so I'm trying to figure out what scene had it in there in the movie. Also, there was a little Transformers cameo, a little Bumblebee. There's like a little kid dressed up as like a transforming costume of Bumblebee, but it was a Hummer. Let's see here. Oh no, I liked it. This movie kind of made me hate Megan Fox more because she just, in the first one, it wasn't all sex appeal for Megan Fox. She seemed like April O'Neil trying to like get stories and save her job. This one, she's like, yeah, I'm hot. Let me just use that to make sure I get my investigation even further. And I see no yellow jumpsuit whatsoever from her.
If you put a yellow jumpsuit, would you have mine?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
She didn't have a yellow jumpsuit in this movie.
I mean, I tried like really staying away from like clips unless it was on TV or like the trailer, which I loved. It was a lot of fun, but I heard like there's like a leak. Like, is the original April O'Neil in this movie? Was that the secretary or? No, she was a brand new character. Because I heard a rumor that like she was supposed to have like a cameo or something.
I know, like
The glasses one.
I don't know. Like what? I just heard that like apparently the original April O'Neil was a cameo in this movie.
I know, like the creators had a cameo. That's about it.
Yeah.
Can
Can we talk about the pilot scene? Like literally how the airplane like it's a. We have, where were they, in Brazil?
Yeah, they're in Brazil.
They get from a plane in Brazil to the ground and like the water and everything. Like it's just, they destroy everything in sight, but everybody has a parachute.
Even the cockpit drivers.
Even the cockpit drivers, and like they're shooting. I'm like, really?
Like they shot up the cockpit and none of the drivers got hit, but they bail out with parachutes. Like you don't have that when you're flying.
At least get grazed, dude.
Yeah, I know. Like no one took damage from that. But every scene I enjoyed was with Rocksteady and Bebop. They get transported. They had a little sexual innuendos.
Oh yeah, they did like
the junks. As soon as they got transported, it was like, they was like, let's look at our penises. Mom, man.
Hey, how was that?
I mean,
Did you enjoy the Tyler Perry laugh? Was he good?
No, he was getting creepy.
I enjoyed Tyler Perry in this movie for being a creepy mad scientist type dude looking for power to be legendary. He wanted to etch his name in the history books of being the smartest scientist.
He's better
For, like, what is it? Figuring out how to portal, like figure out using the portal and shit, using alien technology.
Wait, you were mentioning earlier Bebop and Rocksteady. Can we also talk about how in the final battle, it's the Turtles versus Krang, and then you have April O'Neil, Will Arnett's character, and Casey Jones versus Karai and Bebop and Rocksteady and the Foot Clan. Now, it's established that they have, like, an antidote for the ooze that can turn you human. Because that's the whole dilemma of the film. Why did, like, and Raph throws it. Why didn't anybody keep that and say, like, hey, we can, like, reverse Bebop Rocksteady, that way they're humans again, they won't be threats.
You'd have to force it down the third.
No,
They don't. They shot him with darts. That's why I said, like, you could do the same reverse effect. That's why I was like, why don't you just use that as a weapon against them? Plot holes.
True, they could have done that. I just felt like they made him so indestructible in this movie.
Yeah, they even threw a grenade.
They threw a grenade at him, they still live. They crashed a plane, they still live. Like, the tank fell on top of a Rocksteady. And he went through the damn plane, he still lives.
Well, his head's indestructible, he's a rhino.
It's fucking rhino. Rhinos take damage. Do you not see poachers?
I know that.
It's like bullets don't work. Giant fucking tanks don't work. Grenades don't work, and they're worse than bullets.
We're gonna go.
A grenade is worse than a bullet. All the shrapnel, still they live.
Also, I do have to say, good move for Casey Jones that he was MacGyver.
You mean Hockey Man?
You
Granted, he didn't wear the mask as a lot, but he had a damn stick in anything that could be a puck.
I'm sorry, I couldn't even call him Casey Jones.
I'm telling you, he's hockey man. You're not Casey Jones.
It really didn't sound like there was that much chemistry between April and Casey Jones either.
Yeah, then somehow in the end they have a relationship of a date. And I'm like, what? No, let that build. You think Will Arnett should be the first fucking person to get the damn job?
It was almost like a love triangle thing going on there.
Was there?
Not even a love triangle.
Arnett and
Like Will Arnett should have been got like a date from her. Like he got the key to the city, all this access pass, helping him out. He did more than almost than Casey Jones. Oh, the one scene I hated from Casey Jones is the bar scene. How he got information on Rocksteady and Bebop was so dumb. Because he just shows up at someone's bar, like Rocksteady and Bebop's favorite bar, and the owner helps out Rocksteady. Yes, and it's in New York, and I'm like, he just shows up, breaks the jukebox, takes the Vanilla Ice CD, throws it at glassware, breaks more glass, and the owner's like just freaking out, like, all right, here, it's the GPS, and I'm like, you're bigger than Casey Jones and can whoop his ass, and you don't, and you're behind the bar, and yes, you should have a gun or a baseball bat to protect yourself in New York.
Especially if he's like a shady dude.
And it's daytime too when he does this.
Yeah, so if you're a guy who sells things to criminals, I would imagine a gun under the bar, shotgun,
on you.
something like that. But no, he just like cowered in fear.
And like, here you go.
It was like he was in a commercial for Ulster.
like, what do you have?
Hold on. I ain't finished. Y'all just want to go through the motions and jump. This is why I'm here. I told you to cheer. If you noticed in the plane scene, when Raphael didn't want to jump because he's afraid of heights for some reason. Like, he jumps off buildings, it's fine. But he didn't want to jump off first on the plane.
Fucking plane.
Yeah. Everyone else did it.
There was a funny scene.
But he had a parachute. But later on, after he conquered that fear, like, he jumped out, I guess, a higher building first. So I was like, okay, I guess he redeemed himself from the plane thing, but not really, because you're not in the plane.
Because he knew what he shot in his head. What would Vin Diesel do?
Pretty much. But taking down Crane was kind of weird. No, it started becoming Spy Kids this in the end with the CG and everything else. I was just like, oh.
Well, I think the biggest problem is that they purposely, it's just funny, like, Shredder, like, goes to Baxter Stockman, Tyler Perry's character, and is like, oh, you're never gonna be a legend, take him away. He's like, oh no, it's like, oh, we were never friends, haha. The very next scene, goes to Krang, hey, I thought we were partners. I'm like, karma's a bitch, isn't it? And then freezes him.
Add your ass to my collection.
But this is why you don't make friends with someone you've only met for 5 seconds, and make deals with someone and say, oh, you're gonna take over the world together, and that's the only time interaction.
Yeah, like the way they
They're
had,
villains. They lie to each other.
the way they
Like,
had
that's not
Shredder
good.
and Crank like cooperate with each other was just like too easy. Like he gets teleported, meets this alien creature, like, and they're just gonna team up together. I mean, like, come on, like we can build up more to that. And like, where did he get teleported to? Like to a ship or something?
Dimension.
Dimension X.
Oh, okay.
That's where Craig takes.
Yeah, because they were using the other.
In
half,
the
yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Because you had to find the other piece.
because they couldn't find him for a minute. So he
Is this
showed
movie a
up.
scavenger hunt?
Pretty much. This movie was like, can you spot the nostalgia?
Because like you can use the portal device to get into Dimension X, but you couldn't get out of Dimension X in like a bigger thing to get the whole entire ship. Like, but Krang didn't want to do it himself, so he's like, okay, I'll just delegate it to someone else. And Shredder was that delegating pawn who still got trapped in the
He was such
block
an
of
easy
ice.
pawn, though. Yeah, he was. Like,
And then
how he was in the first movie.
Hey,
And then like he doesn't wear his mask throughout the whole movie. He's just like, look at me, I'm Asian. I'm an Asian tough guy. I got the scar, but I'm like, that's cool. Like I was hoping he breaks out and just like, you know, just I'm a badass and like now I wear my shit. But no, he didn't. But for me, I give this movie a 3. I give it a 3. I enjoyed it. The action was cool. The science was great. Not the science was great, but actually no, science was kind of cool. But I think Rocksteady and Bebop made this movie for me because it was just hilarious watching this movie.
So, you guys pretty much said everything I wanted to say. Movie overall was pretty great. I'm not big on Ninja Turtles. Like, alright, I'll put it this way. I'm not big on the Ninja Turtles that Jared grew up on. I'm big on the one that was like on.
What about me?
Oh yeah, you too, Corey. I'm big on the one that was on Fox on CW.
Well,
That one.
That basically got because you get more of like.
Well, that's what a lot of people, younger kids, grew up on too.
You get the merchandise stuff, and like next thing you know, like the next one they might even go to the future. Like, they are making another one, and the next one's gonna have having Baxter Stockman as the villain, and him going into his mutation and everything else.
Overall, I'm gonna give this movie a 2.5. It was a good movie. I really like how Rocksteady and Bebop look. They looked really good.
Yeah, compared to the Turtles.
Crane did too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, Crane did too.
I'm gonna say, like, the newer characters, like, even Shredder was like, he's alright. I mean, I think he was more menacing in the first one when he does look like a mecha giant transformer, but, I mean, the thing is like, if we could get the Jim Henson, like, Turtles from the 90s with the Bebop and Rocksteady and Krang from this movie, we'd have the ultimate, like, live-action fan service turtle film. But, as a whole, I feel like Ninja Turtles, like, Out of the Shadows is the best live-action Saturday morning cartoon episode. That's how I see it. Like, I don't see it as a movie. I just see it as a giant episode. Anything else you want to say, Kevin? Okay. So the overall score for the Guys Night Crew is a 2.5. Damn. A 2.5. Nah, we're good. 2.5 is good. So that concludes this podcast. Be sure to... Oh, it is a 2. Correction.
Also, one more thing.
It's a 2. No, we're good.
Also, the guys that were in the plane were just random actors. Apparently, it was the delivery guy at the very beginning of the movie that they got the pizza from. Was Kevin Eastman.
Oh, okay, cool.
He had his back turned. We couldn't see his
He
face.
turned. He did.
No,
No, he did. He turned his face.
He
like,
literally, it was a profile pic. It was like, oh, thanks, Captain. It's just like, all right.
Like, he was just checking his phone, just like pizza.
Also,
All right, they got it.
Also, Skullduggery.
Just walked away.
Skullduggery, since you're the wrestling fan, the biggest one of all of us, would you have enjoyed CM Punk in the role that Sheamus had instead? Because he lost the role of Sheamus.
I think Punk would have looked probably more Punk, but I think Sheamus fit the bill.
Yeah, he fit the bill.
Sheamus fit the bill better. I can see. CM Punk, trying to see CM Punk is just kind of hard because he's skinny here and kind of. Oh, he's muscular skinny, but it's like.
Yeah, him as
Granted, he's a bigger comic book nerd.
True. He does write comics too.
Yeah.
All right.
Sheamus.
So be sure to check out our Awesome Con videos, and thank you again to all of our fans who appeared at our panel in DC. So until next time, this has been Jared Avery,
Rashawn,
Skullduggery,
Cadillac.
and remember, we do what we do for the sake of the podcast. Until next time,
we're
out. Turtle power!